a super SmackDown event. Super SmackDown event because it's the Super Bowl this Sunday. Oh my god, everybody kept shutting it out. And over the fucking time, the fucking show sucked! The show sucked! Okay, alright. Okay, let's calm down. So the Dirt Sheet returned as a tag team in a fatal four-way tag match that was smushed up with jobbers that didn't even accumulate the total of TV time that fucking Dana Brooke had. The show sucked. All there was at least one match to fight for. A six-man tag that accumulated with a grown man getting smudged with dog food. For a storyline that lasted since fucking November, I think since October of last year. Since the brand split started, so no storylines. Baron Corbin. All because he had leadership issues who the top dog is. And we came from a mascot. Roman Reigns getting doused with dog food. Then Baron Corbin in the end getting doused with dog food. And, oh my god, I thought the Boss Man feuding with Al Snow was more respectable than this for a former world champion. To just go out like tossing dog food at another. It was too silly. And for something like Fox that goes to a corny pleasure, that shit belongs on Sci-Fi. That doesn't belong on Fox. What kind of brand are they trying to build here? I already hear this crap about the women's division, and now I hear this crap about on NXT. Like they change it to just the NXT World Title. So what the fuck is the difference to the World Title that we already have on Adam Cole? That already devalues most of the women that try to bust their ass to even get noticed on NXT TV, let alone WWE TV. That gets me pissed off enough. I hear crap about some comedian acting like a dipshit, trying to feel like a fake rapist sympathizer after Kobe Bryant's death, all because of what happened back in '04. I hear crap about MVP's last match. I already hear crap about almost everything going around in the media, and it's already a joke. Most of these guys are already asking for their fucking release. The biggest thing that happened on SmackDown was Naomi feuding with returning from injury and coming back at the Royal Rumble. I think she only survived and only had 3 eliminations. Then now she's feuding off with Bayley with her big ass hair, having so much of an improbable little disco ball metro thing. That I'm shocked that she still walked in front of the ring before issuing her promo, coming around having a whole dance thing, and Dana Brooke, Bayley looks like my auntie if she was Hispanic, coming around, and it just went into an immediate fist fight. Immediately. What development did we have in the feud with Lacey Evans that only lasted for 1 pay-per-view? And these guys were feuding since December. Nikki Cross had a title shot. Now Naomi got a title shot. Just merge the belts already. There's no need for this crap. This brand split's already a joke in general. That it took, 2015, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 6 years till Braun Strowman won a singles belt. Beating Nakamura on SmackDown in a, let alone, sloppy match. It was okay in certain standards. The biggest thing that happened was that Kinshasa to the back of the head. And, I don't know, it just went into just power line moves when Cesaro, Sami Zayn was trying to distract, the referee. Cesaro coming along, Sami Zayn trying to reveal a turnbuckle. Braun Strowman countered, obviously, and tossed his head on it so he can hit the power slam. 1, 2, 3. I mean, at least it's good enough of a decision to give Nakamura the title, because he's been holding that for nearly 200 days, and nobody remembers who he defended the title against. Just remember, he won that belt in the kickoff show, and I think only had very few defenses on pay-per-view. So, if that was who you want defending your belt, and a guy that can barely still speak English for fucking Sami Zayn to manager, you know that belt had to be at least lost immediately. I'm shocked he even held it for over 100 days. Oh, God. So we gave Braun Strowman the Intercontinental title. Elias came back then, had an immediate little fight with Cesaro, so probably they're going to be feuding with. He's going to be feuding with Sami Zayn. Thanks. They always give the brilliant idea to make sure the most charismatic wrestler in the roster to play babyface. Like that's awesome. I'm being serious. Roman Reigns, Usos came around talking about it's Dave Linden. It's like we doing dog food now. You got a dog fetish, a dog food fetish or something, bro? This turn you on. Who the fuck wants to hear that? No, I apologize for cussing, bro. I shouldn't apologize because it's already down in the description and the YouTube settings that I can put this for adults can watch it. I know kids lie about their fucking age anyway. You can do whatever you want. Just understand that whatever I'm gonna say, I'm gonna cuss because it's retarded. It's borderline retarded. Why the feud like this exists for a guy that didn't he get ran over twice and threatened of his life back when he was feuding with Rowan and Daniel Bryan back in 2019 in the summer. Then he comes around having cancer early in the year, and he still had a match at Mania. All them trials and accolades, all that crap, and then he feuds with a bald fucker for 4 months, and the execution is just tossing dog food at each other. What the fuck are they doing on Fox then? Other than for the XFL ploy, just so they can air games. This is after rest of the Royal Rumble, so I'm just confused. What a great night! It's like if the feud ended there, they just had a little bit of a tag team match. Fine, end of story. Roman Reigns just beats Baron Corbin. End of the feud. Oh, but they had to douse dog food at each other, and all I can say is, why the fuck is this storyline? It's not a storyline. It's nothing interesting about it. It's just a rivalry, as I want to call it. Like centralized on dog food. That's what you want to remember? You're not going to remember this in 7 months. I have to still remember. I have to jog my memory. Who was the former Intercontinental Champions of earlier last year, or the U.S. Champion? And I didn't know Nakamura held the United States title early 2019. There's also a segment backstage, and the Usos are so cringe. I'm sorry, I have to cut off. I'm trying to cut off to a new segment because I don't like nitpicking unless it's a pay-per-view because you pay for it. Obviously, I'm going to go high into detail. But this is a weekly show. You're telling me the Usos that came from like the top tag team group of like 2018. They come around dousing because like immediately losing the second half of the year because they're idiots. Coming around just going for some kind of aggressive promo battle rap scheme promo style. It's so weird. It feels so awkward. It feels like they're trying to rap and shit. It just feels so corny. It does, and the segment really blow off because it was just a false count anywhere match. Like, what was the benefit of this? You pinned the King of the Ring. He got pinned off Chad Gable a week after winning the King of the Ring. What the fuck are they doing with Corbin? I know they're just going to give him an underwhelming title reign later this year because you gave him the King of the Ring. At least you're going to end up with some singles gold. At least William Regal became Intercontinental Champion for a while when he was King of the Ring. Kurt Angle, European champ, Intercontinental Champion at the same time, but I think that was before he won it. He became WWF Champion later in the year, though. Who else? Who else did something accomplishing? At least, well, this was before Wade Barrett won the Intercontinental title and held it for a while, but that was before the King of the Ring. Sheamus was WWE champion when he won King of the Ring. And this is just recent. I'm not even going in like 90s, because that would be too predictable. I'm going like at least 21st century. We had just do something. We had Heavy Machinery, Revival, Miz, John Morrison, The Dirt Sheet, Lucha House Party that I'm shocked are still on TV after the embarrassing feud they had with Lars Sullivan. They're borderline jobbers, and they don't do much to impact any part of the roster except they're there. We don't know we have a tag division. All we know is Morrison, Reigns, Bryan, The Fiend, Miz, and bit of the Usos and Bailey's heel. Literally, that's it. Nothing else impacts SmackDown from being different except they have less TV time and less belts than Raw. And they're not building up to much, except they're trying to push the dirt sheet of having a big blow off tag because I think they're just gonna break up as soon before WrestleMania and have a match, I guess, just like old times or something. But they win. Big reversals for communications, heavy machinery. Before they even had their match, Otis asked out Mandy Rose, and I found it an adorable segment because at least it was entertaining. Otis is dumb. They treat him like a fat retard, but at least like seeing an idiot get his comeuppance, trying to get his thing and try to ask out a chick. At least it's a different change of pace, and at least it's something they're building up, unlike any other stuff that they do in WWE. But that's besides the point. So heavy machinery. Sadly, it took a Starship Pain over, I think, Scott Dawson. I think Dash Wilder got out into an awkward spot with Tucker, and it was just clotheslines beyond the board. Lince Dorado did a double Hurricane Rana. Shocked that they never give cleats to the screen time. I'm not saying this because I think he's a future Rey Mysterio. Come on, but he's like a former two-time U.S. champion. You can at least give him a singles run. Under that one time he got squashed by Braun Strowman. And then he comes around. They come around just losing. I think that's going to be the final tag team match in a while. Morrison wins off of Starship Pain in a decent fatal four-way tag team match. It was an okay match. There's some alright spots. All we know is they're going to put Miz in anything and make him at least a big part of the mid-card. It's nice to see the Dirt Sheet back. Hopefully they bring back their old show they used to have. It was a decent match. Lince Dorado had some good moves. He had a moonsault from the top, a cool Hurricane Rana in the middle of the ring. It was an okay match. The Miz had a skull-crushing finale, then it ended with a Starship Pain. It was a decent finish. I can't believe I repeated that like at least 3 times, but all I could say is it was an okay match. It was the most at least highlight match because everybody was doing something in the ring. Even though I think how WWE thinks they can try to rip off CMLL or other indie ways how they do multi-tag matches is completely dumb. It's forced in its ridiculous ways how to give other guys screen time and try to think you guys can do high spots. I just find that a conjointed mess. Like you don't have to make tag team elimination fucking chamber matches. You don't have to make a triple threat Survivor Series tag team match that was so conjointly awkward. Of course, you guys were going to do stupid eliminations immediately. It's dumb. What else? What else is dumb? There's a lot of stuff dumb. Women Money in the Bank matches are dumb. There was only one cool spot I remember from one of the Money in the Bank ladder matches, and that was Ember Moon hitting her Eclipse, whatever the hell she calls that spinning that over the top stunner over to Natalia. Coolest spot of the last year. But the rest of the match was so awkwardly boring and slow and so soft because these women obviously are not used to or can't handle ladder matches. So that made it completely awkward to see, except maybe seeing your girlfriend get off a ladder and do something dumb and nearly get herself a concussion. It's awkward because they're small, weaker than men. It won't be that believable because they don't take any big spots unless it's a big striking hit. Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville had a tag team match against Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross, and I think whoever won got a title shot against the Kabuki Warriors that haven't been on SmackDown since, I think, November because of the feud they were having with NXT. And Sonya Deville just looked so awkward. They at least referenced Fit Finlay in the match because of his apron strategy he had to just bind their opponents for a few seconds so he can get that open strike in by Nikki Cross. Dropkick it. Ended with a Twisted Bliss over the neck breaker from Nikki Cross. It was an okay match. There was one distracted that ended in a bicycle knee. And it just It didn't look cool. The match was basic as it gets. I have no idea why Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross are still a tag team. Other than I think people just think Nikki Cross is a bit thick, and they just want to see. One of the WWE thinks there's a tag division. When there's oddly not. Obviously, Tamina came back, so I think when Nia Jax comes back, they're just gonna make a tag division out of it, a tag team out of it, just like they did early in 2019 before the injury back at WrestleMania 35. So I'm just waiting for the worst by now, because we know, like, as soon as after WrestleMania, some people will be coming back healthy. So I'm just waiting for the worst. But Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross ended up with a tag team win in a borderline forgettable match. That didn't even end up with Otis coming in to help out, so that was kind of a waste of time. Braun Strowman, I already explained them Intercontinental title match. I just didn't care. Oh my god. We had Sheamus face off against Shorty G, and Shorty G just immediately keep repeating, I'm embracing who I am. Basic short joke, basic short joke. I understand they're trying to rip off Rey Mysterio, and it feels like some cuck beta male shit trying to think, oh, I'm embracing who I am. You're a short person. You know how many undersized wrestlers are in the Hall of Fame? I'm just saying, bro. I'm not trying to be. I'm not trying to like devalue Chad Gable having a decent push. The King of the Ring was just to give him screen time, and he had it. And now he's feuding with fucking Sheamus of all people after he just got pinned at the Royal Rumble kickoff show. And now here he is getting pinned on SmackDown in a borderline decent match that only had a few decent spots of countering. Not much targeting, especially when the legs is Sheamus' biggest target. An Irish curse, decent exchanges until a bro kick came. Sheamus came on with a victory. It was a basic match. That's it with almost every part of the show. It's so basic. It's so bland, childish. It feels like 2011 SmackDown again. And if you haven't watched 2011 SmackDown, God bless. You lived a good life. You watched TNA. I'm joking. Ah, oh god, the feud is so basic, and I think they're gonna last for at least 2 more weeks before Chad Gable gets a message that, oh my god, I'm a jobber. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Then the main event came with Roman Reigns and the Usos. After Naomi, got her ass kicked. I felt like Jey Uso was trying to molest Naomi. I don't know the twins, so I'm gonna get confused. So Corbin, Robert Roode came on wearing long tights. That's the only thing that I guess caught my attention, because I've been watching this guy since like 2007, and I barely see him wrestle in long tights unless you're James Storm. And the match was so basic. Superman punch, tope suicida off the side, a suplex, a spine buster from the outside, couple super kicks to counter. The Usos try to distract Roman Reigns. We obviously get the suicide dives, a couple Samoan splashes, the spear. The Usos win. Okay, fuck off. This episode. What the fuck was to get from this episode of SmackDown? It was so basic. But they'll put Edge and MVP on Raw. But they'll put fucking nobody on SmackDown. MVP never thought to myself, hey, maybe I can get myself a bit of money coming back here. Now, I understand he also has a longevity in the wrestling world, and I respect MVP a lot. So, yeah, hopefully he enjoys his retirement. I mean, he said he's going to do other wrestling, so we might be joining any outside promotions out of WWE or just do indie shit like Carlito. See how that got him. Jacked as fuck last time I saw a video on him. So, yeah. Thanks. You have this King Corbin gimmick, and you've been allied with Rude and Ziggler for a minute. How in the hell you guys never associated yourself as a faction? You have like two former champions on your faction. You never thought of making in your group. You never make anything. You guys nearly lose every other week. There's no reason for the dog food shit. You could have just said that I'm gonna force you to bark like a dog so you can make me my bitch. Something as basically plain as that. Or be his servant for a week. Or do anything else that would, make a man feel embarrassed or ashamed of himself. Something as basic as that you can put on TV and that can be basic. Not touching fucking dog food and making a mess of the place. Like, how the fuck do these niggas feel cleaning up some fucking dog food? You saw what Vince McMahon did to Trish Stratus at the time when she was allied with him so she can get a bigger up on the company, so she can get a women's title opportunity. Simple as that. And this McMahon was getting more power hungry, made her bark like a dog, and made her strip. At least get the barking dog. I don't want to see Baron Corbin's body. Might look like some of my old professors. It's just embarrassing. The show was embarrassing. There is no reason. Don't think that bullshit is for kids. You're in a network that don't mind. You guys obviously do sudden hints of adult humor, so there's no point in trying to sugarcoat it for some corny shit that you guys have to do every week to entice viewers to come. So imagine how bad you guys are gonna look when XFL hits and its ratings pop up consistently higher than fucking SmackDown or Raw. How is that supposed to tell about your wrestling product? Fuck out of here with WrestleMania and all that crap. Because that's only a boost of somewhat a bit of money. So if SmackDown's not hitting, especially on a big network like Fox, you guys are not doing any enticing feuds to cap up any sort of attention. You bring back Edge. You lose Luke Harper. You bring back MVP for a bit. You lose some guys that wish they would be world champion by now. You have Ziggler and Rude, former world champions of their own respected rights, just being a crony for a guy that never even won a world title. It makes no sense. Corbin has no potential vibe that makes him feel like he's the most hated person. He's just the guy that he's your manager, and he's that guy that annoying retard that talks too much, but you make fun of him in front of his face, and he's just gonna walk away. He's a faggot. He's a loser. It feels so underwhelming. And Roman Reigns, he deserves a lot better than the credit we give him over the past couple of years. As much as I hate seeing Roman Reigns on TV, he has that potential. He has that look, and when he has the right guy in front of him, it makes the feud mean something. None of this crap means something, and it was the main event of SmackDown of this week. All of this was a complete fucking joke, and hopefully it gets better. SmackDown gets a 3 out of 10. Eat my dick. It didn't do anything to entice me. All of this was a joke. And I'm not doing this to be a rude. I'm not trying to do this so I can sound like a fucking Bruce Blitz faggot with his bald ass. I'm trying to actually critically construct how in the fuck this show got to how it is. And it's doing poor. It's crappy feuds. It's poor direction in the management. How you can't make any other authority figures, but you'll make all four McMahons trying to run SmackDown and Raw, but they barely show up on TV except for a major feud involving Brock Lesnar. There's nothing. We don't know where Shane is. Stephanie barely shows up on TV. Triple H is obviously busy with NXT. And Vince is so fucking dead physically that his dick will fall off if he gets up from his fucking chair in his office. It's that bad that you guys can't even make visible authority figures, but we know Eric Bischoff and Paul Heyman on SmackDown and Raw. So why not fucking make them GMs? What's wrong with that? We've been making former pro wrestlers GM. Paige, fucking Mick Foley, Kurt Angle, Daniel Bryan? I'm counting Shane as well because he wrestles in some of the matches. Most of them on pay-per-view, so he counts as a wrestler. Nobody was an avid authority figure. Except maybe Theodore Long, fucking Laurinaitis, Eric Bischoff, and Vicky Guerrero. Those are GMs that at least try to make the show impactful in their own ruling. And guess what? They've been part of major storylines and made the show watchable. Eric Bischoff, so Raw, it was the weakest link of the brand split back in the day. But Eric Bischoff hyped up the Elimination Chamber, brought back the World Heavyweight, the Intercontinental title, made legit storylines out of Lita, Trish Stratus, Triple H, Booker T. You can go watch that because you remember shit because he was GM of Raw back then. That makes him a good GM. He could grow with Edge, Teddy Long with everything on SmackDown, and tag team match with The Undertaker memes. And John Laurinaitis being the most hateable, obvious verbal punching bag for CM Punk for back in the day. That actually made TV a bit watchable back then. It at least had some memorable moments. Even though he main evented pay-per-view. What the fuck? Over Lemon? Other than that, just do something. Make it watchable. I don't give a shit about Braun Strowman getting an Intercontinental title. Obviously, he doesn't either. Because there's no other decent feuds he can go by. There's nobody aims for a title anymore. For some fucking reason. I don't even know how many men wrestlers are even on the roster. And if I look it up on WWE.com, most of these guys barely have TV time. Some fucking main event or NXT or something. Right, Cassius Ono? It's bad. This show was bad. So that's all I'm gonna bring to you. Thank you for watching your video. Thanks for watching this minute rant. I'm not gonna type rant on the channel. I did that like early last year till like also 2018. I thought that was like bad. I think that was a weak point to try to get viewers. Other than that, that's just my true opinion. I already rag off WWE nearly every other week or every day at this point. So I don't give a fuck about SmackDown. Enjoy the Super Bowl, because my team is about to win. If you don't know by now, it's my fucking email. So eat my dick. Niners win. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the review. Enjoy the DST show.